So today we are going to review the previous session we started with, which is section 1 in chapter 16, human population, growth and natural resources. Okay, the key concept of this lesson was to um, to know that as a human population grows, the demand of for Earth's resources increases. Of course, if we increase in the size, we will need more resources. Okay, so we are harnessing or using the Earth's energy resources also. We said that there was a scientist on sorry in 1700 year he were claiming that the earth will increase, sorry, just a minute, okay, that the human population continues to grow, okay, and our scientists also they concluded that this is happening, but at the same time we don't know what is the capacity of earth. So earth human carrying capacity is unknown. Actually, it's unknown. We don't know how much it can carry. Okay? And who can remember what is the meaning of carrying capacity? Who can tell me what is the meaning of the of carrying capacity, guys? Just the thing, please.
Wasn't it like the amount or like maximum amount of like individuals or like resources that like a habitat or an area can hold?
Yes, يعني it can support. Excellent. Carrying capacity for something, يعني as we said an example, a cup has a carrying capacity of certain amount of water to carry this water, right? For Earth, carrying capacity means if the maximum size of population size that an area can hold and support. And if you live at this area have a good carrying capacity means it has enough resources to support you. Okay? So if we exceed the carrying capacity of an area, the area cannot support all the people there. So carrying capacity refers to the maximum population size that an environment can constantly support. Okay? Although we don't know of a fixed limit of the number of the people that Earth can support. But, okay, we don't know how many people it can support, but some limit must exist. Earth cannot support an infinite number of people, of course. All right. We said also, we didn't talk about this yesterday. I want to talk about the technology and its role by helping to increase the carrying capacity of the Earth, to let the Earth carry more people. How do you think technology help us to increase the carrying capacity of the Earth? Who knows? Any idea, please? Think about things that we use technology in. أعطوني examples أول على technology we use. Any technology we use nowadays. يلا يا مس. يلا علي. Give me an example of a technology that you use every day. Hisham. What's wrong, guys? Yalla, Hisham. Give me an example of any technology that you use every day, Hisham. Hello? Hello? Dilara.
I don't know if it's right, but electricity, is it?
Electricity, it's not a technology يعني. No, but any technology. هي source of energy, but any technology you use. What you turn on with electricity, يا Dilara? Things that you turn on with the electricity.
I don't know.
You don't know? Tasneem. What's wrong, guys?
Light.
Sammy, يلا Sammy. Give me Sammy an example of technology.
هسه اللي حكيتيها بس light
What? Sorry again.
light. No, we turn with electricity
What
light.
else? What else? More technology we use.
Phones.
ايش هو؟
Phones.
Phone.
اه
اللي موبايل. التليفون. Yes, of course. Of course. طبعا. Many technology we have, guys. We have technology in a different directions. يعني we have technology in medicine. We have technology in transportation. We have technology in many things. الموبايل, التليفون, الايربلين, transportation by airplane. هذا كله technology. الكار. This all is technology. Okay. هلا وقت توماس كان بال 1700 سنة 1700. Nothing of these were there. ما كان في كل هذا. صح؟ But now احنا we have a lot of technology. And when he expected that the carrier احنا we are growing by time, والcarrying capacity بتاعت الأرض will decrease. It cannot hold more people. ما كان في technology. But in our days now, there is technology, and this technology helps us in increasing the carrying capacity. Do you know how it can increase? خلينا مثلا نحكي عن the transportation. How the transportation will increase the carrying capacity for the earth. مين بيعرف? Do you have an idea how this? Yes, Tasneem, please.
What's your question?
How? Now we said that transportation is one of technologies that we have, right? How do you think this technology by transportation will increase the carrying capacity of the earth?
Maybe like since like back then, I guess people used to walk or there weren't a lot, but since now we have like there's like a lot of cars or like a lot of different ways you can go through transportation. It's like there's
Yes,
you know
yes,
higher
yes.
carrying capacity, so you can support more people.
Yes, of course. Now, by just 1 minute, please, guys. Now, technology and medicine, or medicine, transportation, those are very important technologies that increase the carrying capacity of the earth. Okay? Technology is developed by a human. Who developed the technology? The human. They have allowed earth to support more people than Thomas claimed. Okay? Now, let's say مثلا عندي أنا transportation. Okay? Transportation, how does this increase? As Tasneem said, many people can move from one area to another. Okay? So the capacity of the earth, carrying capacity of the earth will change. In some places where people move, carrying capacity will become more. Right? Because the people number become less. Also, some of the technologies that we have. Hello? Yes? Sorry? Okay. In medicine now, in some countries, كان عندي mortality rate of the newborn was very low. Okay? كانت very low. They invented some medicine that increase the decrease the mortality rate. Okay, in United States it have dropped over 70 years. كان تقريبا 40 infants died for every 1,000 births. Okay, في 1940. في 2002 only 7 infants died. ليش؟ لأنه كان في antibiotics، كان في antiseptics. هدول they lower the infant mortality. يعني ايش mortality؟ يعني الانفانت اللي هم when the baby die when he born. Okay, at time of born, at time of his birth. Sorry. Okay, so the technology in medicine decrease the mortality rate. Okay. Also, some equipment that we use, motorized equipment that we use, زي مثلا عندي أنا in agriculture. Okay, we have motorized equipment. Now, before in Thomas' time, there was no motorized farm equipment. But farm equipment that motorized can make it possible to produce much more food than it could be produced by humans and animal power before. Okay? So technology, it helps to increase the carrying capacity because the humans have modified their environment through agriculture, through transportation, through medical advances and sanitation. And the carrying capacity of the earth has greatly increased by the technology. Okay, so is technology good to increase the carrying capacity of earth or not? Ahmed, is technology help us to increase the carrying capacity of the earth?
Yes.
Yes, of course. Tamam. So this is for technology. Now, we said yesterday, we talked yesterday also about the two resources or natural resources that we use, the renewable and non-renewable resources. What is the difference between these two types of natural resources, renewable and non-renewable resources? يلا بدي حدا غير تسنيم بس صحصحوا شوي معي. ميرنا. Hello Mirna, good morning. يلا Mirna, tell us what is the difference or distinguish between renewable and non-renewable natural resources?
بس الرينيوبل إنه نقدر نتجدد بسرعة
In English, please in English. يلا.
resources أول شيء they are used faster و we can إنه كتير they take time إنه
To be formed again. Form again. Yes.
non-renewable we can find them easy إنه
Now, the opposite Mirna. Renewable, they are used كمان مرة Mirna. The opposite.
أنا اتخربطت non-renewable they are used faster it takes time to إنه find them again.
Yes.
أما renewable we use them بس أنا it doesn't take time to find them again يعني non-renewable resources
يعني renewable they are used at the same rate of they form at the same rate as they form. عرفتي؟ تجددوا بسرعة. But in non-renewable لا they are used faster than they form. طب examples of renewable resources يا أعطوني example على renewable resources please يا let me choose محمد حلاوة. Hello محمد, good morning.
Good morning.
يلا حبيبي أعطيني example على renewable resources اللي هم they are used at the same rate as they form. يلا محمد أعطيني renewable resources جددوا بسرعة. Natural resources طبعا. You don't know محمد?
إيه؟
You know ولا you don't know?
بس أنا بعرف.
Who? أسامة العالم. يلا أسامة please.
Miss sunlight.
Sunlight إيش كمان أسامة؟ برافو. What else?
Wind energy.
Wind برافو. إيش كمان؟ water. والwater.
Water energy Miss waves.
هذول renewable. برافو. والنون renewable هم الفوسل fuel زي الكول والأويل. الكول والأويل وفي كمان الناتشورال غاز. هذول نون renewable. هذول they take a lot of time to be formed. ليش؟ لأنه الكول والأويل والناتشورال غاز هم عبارة عن dead plants and animals that exposed to high pressure and temperature for millions of years. عشان يتكون الكول والأويل اللي هو البترول اللي بنستعمله إحنا as a gasoline for our cars, as a solar, all these fuels, they need to be formed millions of years. فتخيلوا if we use it rapidly, they will يعني will finish before they can form again. تمام؟ فهدول هم renewable and non-renewable resources. فإحنا الناتشرال resources هدول اللي هم non-renewable we should find alternative resource. يعني مثلا إحنا we said yesterday in some cars they invented some cars that work on the energy of the sun. هذا بيخلينا إحنا use this sun energy as an alternative resource بدل الغازولين اللي هو من الأويل. تمام؟ فهدول two types of natural resources, renewable and non-renewable. Anyone has any question about these two types of natural resources, guys? Okay. هلا حكينا إنه this the electricity that we use هي type of energy بس ما بلاقيها أنا in nature. How we can produce electricity? By wind ممكن by water وممكن by sunlight كمان. الwind like in this one here. قلنا هدول الفانز they move by the wind power this will be connected here in this column in a turbines يحركوا magnet والماجنت عليه coil. هذا الماجنت مع الكويل when they move بيعمل عندي electricity. ف we can use this. وفي ناس بتستعملوا water but in other countries ما عندهم they don't have this technology they use coal بيستعملوا الكول to produce electricity. Okay. فلا احنا why we don't use this alternative resource to conserve non-renewable resources. هلا growing use of non-renewable resources, the growing use of the non-renewable resources may lead to a crisis. أزمة بيصير عندي أزمة إذا أنا صار عندي growing في population size and using more non-renewable resources بيصير عندي crisis. تخيلوا إحنا without oil, without coal. Very hard to live because احنا تعودنا على كثير technologies depend on these resources. So they must be properly managed. هلا عندي question. Could a renewable resource become non-renewable? مثلا الwater هي renewable. Could it be non-renewable? شو رأيكم؟ شو رأيكم؟ What do you think? أنا بعرف إنه الwater هي renewable resource. Could it become a non-renewable resource? What do you think يا عمر الحسن? Hello عمر. Yes تسنيم.
Wait, you said that the water was not a renewable resource, right?
It is a renewable resource. Yes. How a renewable resource such as water could become a non-renewable resource?
Well, maybe that depends because sometimes the pollution or overuse of threatened its supply.
Excellent, excellent. If the water becomes polluted or contaminated يعني ملوثة, it becomes contaminated, okay, or polluted, and also if we have overuse for the water, this will cause water to become non-renewable. لأنه الwater it is replaced by the water cycle. صح الwater cycle is going أو it's more يعني happening all the time بس برضو it takes a little يعني a bit of time. So non-renewable resources, renewable resources, they could be or become non-renewable resources like the water. If water becomes contaminated with toxic chemicals, say عندي أنا some factories they drop in the water their chemicals. Okay, if this water becomes contaminated, وفي عندي ناس بالrivers they drop many chemicals or something يعني rubbish for the river, it will become contaminated. Or if it continues to be extracted from aquifers, الأكويفرز اللي هم الآبار, if we continue to extract it from the aquifer faster than it is replaced, it will become a renewable resource. Clear, guys?
Yes.
Tamam. All right. Now here, so what is the what we have to do? What we have to do to take care of these resources, to save them, to conserve them? We have to make effective management of earth resources will help meet the needs of the future. We don't only need these resources for ourselves only. Also, we need for our future generations. So earth resources must be used responsibly. This is very important for each one. إذا أنت عم بتفكر on your بأولادك وأولاد how they will live, so you have to be responsible, okay, about the earth resources. حافظ عليهم, to conserve them. Careless use of resources make them unavailable to the future generation. في عندي كان land اسمها Easter land. هاي اللاند كانت زي island فيها a lot of trees وفيها living things, everything. It was very nice. بعد 1000 years this area looks like this. Why? لأنه the people who lived there, they started to cut from the trees ويعملوا ships, boats وships for sailing يعني, and they use the resources irresponsibly. And after يعني 1000 years it becomes like this. كانت very nice place with diversity of living things, diversity of plants, but because of irresponsible use it becomes like this. So you have to be responsible. And the last thing in this system is ecological footprint. What is the meaning of an ecological footprint? It is the amount of land needed to support a person. يعني احنا عندنا مثلا امريكا, عندنا Asia, عندنا Africa, okay, we have different countries there, different areas. هلا ecological footprint هي the amount of land, how much I need of land to support a people size of population. This land, to support these people, they must produce and maintain enough what? What we need to support these people? Food, water, shelter, energy, and waste. يعني يكون الwaste كمان not over. How to get rid of waste. So ecological footprint here, you have to know the meaning. The amount of land needed to support a person. And for land to support a person, or people or population, it must produce and maintain it. And maintain what? Enough food, water, shelter, and energy. Come on. If we look at this graph here, several factors affect the size of ecological footprint. Who can analyze this graph? Yalla. Who can analyze this graph? Tell me what this graph represents. Who can tell me what this graph represents? Yalla, ya Rand, Layan, no one of you participate today. Layan, can you tell us? What does this graph represent? نشوف here the axis, the X and Y. What does each one represent? Layan, can you hear me here?
Yes, I can.
Yalla, please tell us.
As the title says, it represents the population and the ecological footprint.
Population, bravo. يعني هاي it gives how many sets of data? 1 or 2?
What?
How many sets of data does this graph represent?
6.
Where are the 6?
You mean how many charts? It just represents
data. هي تعطيني data about what? How many sets of data?
It only gives one. It represents how does the ecological footprint move at the same time the population moves.
تمام. شوفوا كيف هلا هاي احنا we learned before انه graphs like this. شوفوا انتم عندكم هون data on the left that give you population size, و on the right عندي ecological footprint. So and if you look here بالx axis عندي two columns, واحد green واحد orange. And up here they wrote for you the green is population in millions, the orange is ecological footprint. So this graph represents two sets of data in relation to the area. بفرجيكم انتو هون two sets عم بيعطيني في هذا الجراف two sets of data. على الليفت عم بيعطيني population size, on the right it gives me ecological footprint in relation to the country. تمام أو الاريا. clear يا ريان؟ is it clear now؟
Yes, yes, it is.
Okay, so here if we look here هلا في عندي North America عندي Europe, Middle East, Central and South America, Asia and Africa. Who can tell me before I ask you this question هلا في عندي several factors affect the size of ecological footprint. احنا قلنا شو هي footprint؟ هي ال amount of land needed to support people or person. تمام؟ في عندي two factors affect of the ecological footprint. أول شيء ال efficiency of resource use يعني how we use the resources in efficient way to be responsible and the amount of toxicity of waste produced. قديش أنا طلعت عندي toxic وزي ما نحكي يعني waste okay of the waste. فإحنا ال factors that affect the size of ecological footprint هي شغلتين. Efficiency, how much efficient to use the resource, and the amount of toxicity of waste produced. Look at that graph. Who can tell me which one of these countries has the larger or more size of ecological footprint, and which one has the lower ecological footprint? Yeah. I cannot see any hands. No hands raised. Why? Try, ya Ms. Sayyid, try. Adham, I didn't hear your voice today. How are you, Adham?
Good.
يلا أدهم شايف عندك ال Can you see it?
Yes.
يلا أدهم قول لي هون which country أو which area has more ecological footprint? size more size of ecological footprint. نطلع وين على اليمين صح؟ يلا which one has the higher ecological footprint?
North America.
برافو عليك North America. معناته ال amount needed to support the people in North America قديش اللي هي بالأورانج بدنا more than يعني near to 4,000 صح؟ قارن لي إياها يا علي with Asia ecological footprint. شو رأيك يا علي؟ هشام علي ما بدك تجاوب؟ هو عمر حشام. عمر قول لي على ايش طيب شو رايك بالايكولوجيكال فوت برنت هون بايشا؟
ايش؟
الايكولوجيكال فوت برنت بايشا
مش قليل
بالضبط. So the region that has the highest ratio of ecological footprint size to population size is North America. طلعوا على population size in North America بالجرين it's less than Asia. شوفوا الأيشا قديش population size هذا بتشاينا خلينا نحكي بالصين اوكي and the population in North America is lower than the population for China تمام بس بنفس الوقت هذه North America بدهم more size of footprint to support يعني to use the resources effectively وعشان كمان التوكسيسيتي اوف ذا ويست هم كثير عندهم ويست على فكره بامريكا معروفين a lot of waste بكبوا اطنان من الويست والجاربج اوكي اما بالصين لا الفود برنت سايز تاعتهم بالنسبه للبوبوليشن is very low. It has that لما نقارن اذا احنا الايكولوجيكال فود برنت بنقارنها مع البوبوليشن سايز في نورث امريكا they have high size of footprint مع انه ال population size is not as much as Asia. When you compare it to population size, it has very high size of footprint. While in Asia, China, they have the lowest ratio, okay, and they have high population. معناته مين أكثر بيحافظوا على الريسورسز؟ بتشاينا ولا بأمريكا؟ In which country they conserve more resources and produce less toxicity دلارة؟
China.
China. شايفين؟ فإذا كل ما زادت عندي أنا الإيكولوجيكال فوت برنت معناته أنا الريسورسز we need more area to efficiently use the resources, and they produce more toxicity from the waste. Okay, so how about you calculate if you use these regional footprints to assess environmental degradation and use of resources? How do North America and Asia compare? What is missing? That is not important, don't worry. Let's go back to our. Okay, so did you understand what is a footprint? Ecological footprint. Who can tell me in his own words? What is the meaning of ecological footprint, guys? يلا يا مس. هشام شو رأيك؟ كيف هشام؟ I'm listening, Hisham, to you. Hisham? Tasneem?
An ecological footprint is like the amount of like the land or like area necessary to produce or like maintain enough population or energy, like, or enough food
Bravo.
for all like individuals or anybody.
And also the waste. إذا الecological footprint هي the amount of land that is support or can produce enough food, water, and waste. How much waste is produced, okay? And what are the two factors that affect the size of ecological footprint? إيش هم؟
Amount of efficiency of resource use and the amount of toxicity of waste produced.
Yes, yes. So this is for this lesson. Anyone have any question, guys? Any questions about this lesson? We still have 3 minutes. راح أعطيكم introduction for the new lesson. Just take video, very nice video. Just introduction for our new lesson, which is called about the air quality. Tomorrow, we are going to make revision for the exam, but this is a new introduction for next week. Okay, let's watch this video. Only 3 minutes it is. And I will take the attendance now. We'll start now. Can you see it صحيح؟ لا صح؟ Just a minute. I'm sorry, I didn't share it. Okay.
Air pollution consists of chemicals or particles in the atmosphere that pose serious health and environmental threats. But what causes air pollution, and what does it mean for our planet? Some air pollution comes from natural sources like volcanic eruptions, wildfires, or allergens. But most air pollution results from human activities, such as energy use and agriculture. There are different types of human-made air pollution. When we burn fossil fuels to produce energy, they release greenhouse gases into the air. These emissions, such as carbon dioxide, methane, nitrous oxide, and fluorinated gases, trap heat from the sun in Earth's atmosphere, leading to a rise in global temperatures. This creates a cycle where air pollution contributes to climate change, and climate change creates higher temperatures. In turn, higher temperatures intensify some types of air pollution. For example, climate change increases smog because it forms in the presence of high heat and increased levels of ultraviolet radiation. More frequent extreme weather, such as flooding, contributes to damp conditions and therefore to a rise in mold. Warmer weather also leads to longer pollen seasons and therefore more pollen production. Smog is a type of air pollution that reduces visibility and has serious health effects. Smog can be divided into two categories: sulfurous and photochemical. Sulfurous smog is made up of chemical compounds called sulfur oxides. It occurs when burning sulfur-bearing fossil fuels such as coal. Photochemical smog, also called ground-level ozone, is a result of the reaction between sunlight, nitrogen oxides, and volatile organic compounds. Nitrogen oxides come from car exhaust, coal power plants, and factory emissions. Volatile organic compounds are released from gasoline, paints, and many cleaning solvents. Smog not only creates a brown haze that reduces visibility, but also harms plants, irritates the eyes, and causes respiratory distress.
Okay, who can tell me what are the causes of air pollution? يلا, some causes of air pollution. What causes air pollution? Yes, Sami.
Miss, first thing it will damage the earth, and then it will damage the environment, and it will damage the atmosphere of the earth, and then and the oxygen.
What causes air pollution? What are the things that cause air pollution?
From factories, cars.
Bravo. Yes. Like who use the factories? Humans.
People like us.
Yes, يعني إحنا humans, we are a very big reason that we cause this pollution. Okay?
We cause this pollution.
Sorry?
We cause this pollution.
Yes. We are very big reason. إحنا very big reason for causing this air pollution. Okay, we talked next week, inshallah, about every single point. I will send you this video to watch it if you like, and I will see you on Sunday. Take care, guys. Tomorrow we are going to make revision for the exam. Okay? Take care. See you.